Everything in life has a purpose, and every purpose has a reasoning behind it. Everything is made to fit a certain thing. We look at nature and we understand the well balance nature has. And although at times it could be very chaotic, because nature can be, there's a purpose behind her actions. In the wild, we see male and female. We see that each animal in the animal kingdom has a purpose. I know that many people frown on stereotypes and they frown on the way things are because it doesn't fit their paradigm. And that's understandable. I understand. Some people are different. Some people feel they don't fit in certain boxes, and that makes them feel uncomfortable. Well, nature also has a bit of deviation, but in a sense, it's pretty black and white at times, you know? I mean, we know that most trees give out fruit, and we know that most plants provide certain things. Now, gender per se is very complex. Biological sex has a reasoning behind it for procreation, right? We know that two men can't have a baby unless, they create a donor or they have a donor womb for them to have a child, and vice versa. Two women can't have a baby unless they have the sperm donated to them to be able to have a child. There are reasons for things to happen in life, and there are many hiccups. I believe that intersexuality, gender confusion, whatever it is, are parts of the hiccups that we see in the world today. Now, hiccups don't have to be negative, and we don't have to frown upon the variations or the different paths that the developmental process takes. It's just what it is. Just look around you. Sometimes certain trees have a trunk one way, and some other trees have a trunk another way. You look at mountains. No two mountains look alike. No two trees look alike. No two humans are alike. So there is a variety, but we know that there is a common theme behind the essence of this place we call Earth. Now, human beings were made to thrive. Right? We weren't made to be as sick as we are. We weren't made to ingest artificial things. And although we have created these artificial things for our benefit, there are some things that really don't provide us a lot of benefit, but provide us more problems than we could handle. Some people are more resilient than others, stronger, healthier than others, and that could be dependent on genes, but epidemiology explains differently that you're not a slave to your genetics. You're not a slave to your chromosomes. You're not a slave to your DNA. These things are constantly being changed by what you are putting inside your body on a daily basis. For instance, we look at human beings and their diet, and certain people, are into eating things that are less than optimal for their body, and they wonder why they're sick, and they want to give that power to their medical provider to make them well. But have you noticed that your medical provider is not going to make you well? I mean, your body is the one that makes you well. Your medical provider will provide you with chemicals that really don't belong in your body because your body don't recognize these chemicals, some more so than others. And yes, I know that many of you are going to say, well, Mark, what are you talking about? You're on testosterone. That's synthetic. Yes. If I had my own testicles, trust me, I wouldn't be placing that in my system, but I don't have a choice. my my reproductive organs didn't follow suit with my essence and with my intersexuality things. That's why things went awry. But nonetheless, I know that as I put synthetics in my body will react. So I have to do everything that I can as damage control. See, whatever you put in your body, whether it's food, chemicals coming from a laboratory, or chemicals that are ingested through plants and things of that nature, will alter your body's composition, your body's chemistry, everything inside you gets affected by what you put in. Many people don't want to take that responsibility. They want to blame their genetics. And if you look into Bruce Lipton, you will see that he talks about you're not a slave to your genes. Genes can be turned on and off and altered and changed depending on what you're putting in your body and also your mind frame. So we have been duped about everything, not just your politics, not just your religious beliefs, not just even the things that you are eating that you may think you're eating healthy, but you're really not, because people are not consuming the proper human diet, right? We're not consuming the proper human diet. And you may ask, well, what is the proper human diet? Well, I'm not going to tell you that. You're going to go and you're going to investigate and you're going to go back into what your ancestors, right? What those that roamed the earth long, long, long time ago, what they ate and how they thrived and how your brain grew. Your brains didn't grow from eating plants because plants are not supposed to be food. They're actually medicinal. They're not supposed to be eaten as a meal. Although we see a lot of people nowadays, I was one of those people included, that fill your plate and your bowl up with all sorts of veggies and greens and fruits and grains and all that stuff. And you thought that was the bomb. You thought that was the healthiest thing you could do for yourself. But you kind of wonder, why am I still sick? Why am I losing so much weight? Why am I getting so wrinkled? Why am I not feeling like I should? And although in the beginning, if you go that path and remove all the junk food, you will find some benefit. But then it catches up with you because your body requires fats and lots of it. Your body requires animal protein and lots of it because that is how we evolved. Anyway, life is pretty complex. There's no manual that we've been given. We grow and we learn as we go along. We make mistakes. I know I've made plenty. But it's a beautiful thing because with every mistake we make, it's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to evolve your mind, to evolve your spirit, and to evolve your body. Just because your numbers are going on the calendar and you're getting older doesn't mean that you have to get frail, broken down. You could prolong your health, prolong your essence, your beauty, your ageless self by the things that you do. Go out there, walk, play, get out in the sun, move some weights around. You need your bones, you need your muscles. Every time you lose muscle, you become frailer. Your metabolism slows down. Every time you put stuff in your body that doesn't belong there, your cells take a beating. And it doesn't matter how little bit you put in, your cell responds to that little bit because we're one giant chemistry set. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good one. Be well.